Good morning, afternoon. Good afternoon, everybody. Hey, coach.
Hey,
All right.
look
Whew.
at that. And it went live. Wow.
Are you
How
looking?
exciting. Yes, I
I'm
was.
afraid to I'm afraid to open any controls or move in this room.
I
Okay.
I was a
Can you
little,
see us?
but we are live and it's on my page, it's on your page. It's
Wonderful.
flooding my Facebook.
I love it. I love it.
Good.
You guys are being blessed with a third live this week,
Yeah.
because we are entering the world of technology. We are test driving a new software program that will allow our message to go a lot farther. A lot of you were so discouraged and so kind of mad at us. Okay, if I can use that word. Seriously, I had people say, I created my lunchtime around the fact that you guys were live. And then had to, when we were kind of being driven with a couple little test drives of YouTube, of
Yeah.
Facebook, and trying to find our people, it was so frustrating because I didn't want 39 cameras out streaming to different places. And so we found this amazing software.
Yes.
So this week we're just kind of test driving it because we don't want Tuesday morning to come and be like, oh, we have a bunch of technical errors, which we probably will have happen anyway.
We will. We will.
But
We
we're used to that, right? We're
yeah.
used to that. Number one, can you hear us? We'd love to know if you can hear us, if we
Say
sound
hello.
amazing. Just let us know. Drop in the comments. I can hear you. Thumbs up, whatever signal you want to give us. Just to let us know how you're hearing us, if everything's good. Second, a lot of questions came in yesterday after our live of how do we know when you're going live and how can we be notified? So, because we have all of these platforms, now I'm not really sure how to answer that, except if you're watching us on YouTube, click the little bell, the little red bell. If you're watching us on Facebook, do you know what they do, Darcy,
What
for
did it?
Facebook? How do they follow us on Facebook? It's just notifications,
Yeah,
follow.
you get notified. You can go to our our Keto Mom coaching page or
Uh huh.
KM Health coaching page. Sorry, I went
You went
back
back.
in the
You went
day.
totally back.
And you can go and follow, and it has a little bell there too where you can get notified. hmm
There is a
I see
lot of different
people.
ways. Do you see people?
I see people say good morning or good afternoon. That kind of sounds like maybe one of my clients.
Okay. So, yeah, so that's interesting because I'm not showing I'm showing, a little ticker here, but not seeing where we can follow their comments.
I
And
don't
you
think I
oh,
can
oh, oh, oh,
respond.
here we go.
I think we have to respond via
Sound is good.
verbal.
Okay. All right. Cindy says sound is good.
Yeah.
Facebook user. So it looks like if you're on Facebook, we can't see who is saying.
Yeah.
LinkedIn, we
LinkedIn
totally
here.
can. So
Yeah.
thank you for being a part of our test. I don't know another way to test software other than just diving in the deep end.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we have a little bit of a show for you today. So we did not come unprepared for this test, and I want to know what the hardest. We're going to talk about three of the hardest parts of weight loss. Both Coach Darcy and Coach Darcy's lost 70 pounds. I have lost 120 pounds and kept it off for the last 7 years. And so we've walked the journey. We have totally, walked the journey, and we have learned so much along the way. And we've had so much success. And so when we think about weight loss, there are and our clients, right? Our plethora of clients, there are three things that stick out to us,
hmm
as far as what is your hardest part of losing weight. And so in the comments, I want to know that from you. What are the top failures, I guess, that you have come across as you've tried to get healthy and tried to make it through this health journey without giving up? We're going to talk about three of them today. We have no plan because this is a software test. We have no plan on as to who goes to who, which topic goes to who. So we're just going to tag team it together. But the first three that I can think of when I think about, my slate of clients right now and their struggles, and the first one being the clients that we haven't met yet, right? The clients that know that they want to reverse their type 2 diabetes, that they want to reverse PCOS, that they want to lose body fat and they want to lose weight. Day one is the hardest part of losing weight. It's making that choice to step out. That's why people like January 1st so much, because it's like this point in time where they have chosen to change their life. That's why January 1st, I don't mock anyone who has resolutions on January 1st, because everybody needs that step one, right? But step one is really hard. Darcy, think about your actually, you know what we did not do today? We did not introduce ourselves. We have a brand new
We have tags right here.
Just look at our names. We have a brand new slate of viewers and excited people who are ready to join our journey, and we did not introduce ourselves. Let me rewind. Okay, we're going to rewind back to the front part. I'm Coach Monica. I'm the founder and CEO of KM Health Coaching. I've lost 120 pounds, changed my life, and now we help others do the same. We help others release unwanted body fat, reverse type 2 diabetes, reverse PCOS, and all those metabolic issues. That's what we do every day. Coach, why don't you introduce yourself? Sorry about that.
Oh, it's all right. I am Coach Darcy. I am a coach for KM Health Coaching. I've been coaching now for I don't know how long, but
It's been 3 years. Yeah.
2 or 3 years now.
Yeah.
I followed Monica during her journey. I was a jealous person during that time, but I'm very grateful that I bared through it, because she had me join her team, and I grew passionate about helping not only myself and my family, but grew passionate about helping others and getting off medications and seeing lives changed. And that's my favorite part, is the joy that comes out of it.
Yeah, it's a blast. I was thinking about that this morning as I turned on my lights and turned on my ring lights and all of those things and got ready for my layout of clients today. I just thought it's just such a privilege to be able to wake up and watch the lives of others change, but not just as a diet. There's so many diets out there. It's just there's a new one every single day, and just to be confident in what has worked and what is working for our clients, and just being there for that person when they're ready to, and I'm going to now ease back into what we're talking about today, the hardest part of the weight loss journey, the first day. The first day is very scary. It's very scary for a couple of reasons, and I'll address one is because we've tried them all. We have tried. I want you, if you're watching this live or replay, I want you to put the craziest diet you've ever been on. Do you know what the craziest one you've ever been on, Darce? Did you try any crazy ones?
I don't think I went gung-ho crazy. I will say the most effective one was I joined an MLM company. And then I gave up sugar, and I also gave up carbs, but then I also didn't give up sugar and didn't give up carbs completely. So I
will say you did have a crazy rap story. I mean, that is pretty darn crazy.
I don't want to talk. It's like
I don't want to talk.
A blurred memory. I don't like to sell things in the first place, and I definitely don't like to
wrap your body.
Wrap my body.
Now, I will say, Darcy, that wrap was the darn best smelling stuff that I had ever. I mean, I was just engulfed in that minty flavor of the wrap. But you did talk me into the wrap one time. And I remember wrapping my body and sleeping in this saran wrap overnight, expecting to be thin in the morning.
The thing about that thing that made me the most angry was the fact that they made them so small. And usually when people are wanting to lose weight
Mm-hmm.
and want to do that, they're not a size 2.
Right.
So
Right.
let's make a wrap big enough for people that are average size
Yeah.
that need to
Yeah.
know. So
So you
that
had to
was
buy two.
I went
I
through a
didn't think
lot of
about that.
products.
I didn't even think about that. That's a
Yeah.
good one. Yeah. Okay. My turn.
Yeah.
So mine was probably the laxative diet. The
Mm.
problem with that was I tried the laxative diet right before a Bible study one evening. Brand new. We were brand new to the church. And I don't even have to tell you what happened from there. So we've all done the crazy diets. And we want to know, what's your craziest one? So
Yeah.
taking that first day, taking that step into day one is the hardest part.
Yeah.
Once you do that, you've got a honeymoon phase, right?
Yeah.
Darcy, talk about the second step, the second hardest step. So you've jumped in, you're like, I'm all in. I believe what these coaches are saying. I'm going to take that step. One way to minimize and to make it easier is to give yourself a date. That's why I like the first month or the first day of the month or the January 1st. Those things are great because that helps you create a moment in time that I've changed my life. So we got the honeymoon stage. We go on, we work with a coach, we change our eating style, we get healthy. Then
Yeah.
there's a second hardest part of weight loss. I want you to talk about that and kind of where our clients land when they hit that
Yeah.
stage.
So it's like any, like literally, like it is just like marriage.
Truly.
Where you like the
Yeah.
honeymoon phase that we're talking about. And then
Mm-hmm.
once you have settled in and you've had the realization that, well, now what?
Mm-hmm.
Well, wait a minute. I've been, losing this weight, and I'm doing the things, and I'm starting to have flashbacks of how my life used to be and how I miss all of those things that I used to have. So there's
Mm-hmm.
it after the honeymoon phase. I like to say that you're at that fork in the road where you're either going to be like gun ho and ready to all in, keep going and ready for the next phase in your journey, or you're going to have like that second thought of like, oh man, now that I'm in this spot,
Mm-hmm.
this could be lifelong, or I could
Mm-hmm.
just turn back and go the other way, back where I came. A
Mm-hmm.
lot of people, they challenge because then they let life start to actually, like the realization of life to actually happen.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
chaos of life that is always there and never goes away. There's just something
Yeah.
new. So
Yeah.
now the excuses start to come about, and then
Mm-hmm.
all these other things and thoughts, like
Mm-hmm.
after you've hit that milestone, you're like, oh,
Mm-hmm.
now is this something that I'm going to choose for the rest of my life? Hopefully with marriage, hopefully you're saying yes because
Oh,
you've made
yes.
that
Yes.
decision. But now with your own
Right.
personal self,
Yeah.
you have that choice to either continue on with that promise that you made yourself,
Mm-hmm.
or that choice to break your promise that you made to
Yeah.
yourself.
Yeah. The 3 to
Yeah.
6 month, we lose clients. That's why our 3 to 6 month program is so helpful and so successful because that's when you have to do the daily. That's
Yeah.
when your weight loss slows down. Listen, if you want sustainable weight loss, it is not a quick trip. I don't care who you're talking to. I don't care what pill, potion, or medication you have. If you lose weight quickly and your brain does not catch up with your body, you're going to gain it all back, period. And
Mhm.
so we like to see a very slow and steady weight loss in our program. And to do the slow and steady, you have to do the daily.
Yeah.
You have to do the things even when you don't feel like it. That's when a new season pops into play. We just entered a season of summer. We're going to go into the season in fall. Different things happen during those different seasons in our life. And so then you have to relearn. And so sometimes doing the daily gets really boring and
Yeah.
it's not glamorous. A
Yeah.
lot of times, those before, even yours and my before and after photos look glamorous. Like I look at that and I'm like, my gosh, I don't know that woman when I was 250 pounds. I don't know who she is, right?
Yeah.
We didn't do that in 6 weeks. Took me
Nope.
a year. So sometimes we look at these before and after pictures of people and say, well, I'm not going as fast as her. We don't know her journey.
Yeah.
We don't know what she went through. We don't know that journey took a whole year, right? And
Right.
so that's when we let those mind tricks play into our journey, and we're like, well, see, it's not working. Even though I'm losing a pound a week, or even if I'm losing a half pound a week, it's not working. So might as well indulge.
Yeah.
We take one bite of that indulgence, one bite of that donut, and we are going on a 30-pound sugar binge. So beginning is hard, right?
Yeah.
The beginning, the day one, making that choice to go to day one, the 3 to 6 month mark is very, very difficult. That's when you
Mhm.
need a coach to say, you're not jumping off the wagon this time. You need a group, you need the accountability. And then there's a third stage of the hardest part of weight loss, and that's the last 20 pounds.
Mhm.
You and I are there, right? Even
Yeah.
though we've reached a very, very comfortable spot, I'm not at my goal yet. I'm
Yeah.
not at my goal. I want to get stronger. I want to replace some body fat. Last 20 pounds is like wrestling an alligator.
Yeah.
So talk more about the last 20 pounds, Darcy.
So the last 20 pounds, it's different for everybody, obviously. We can come down to the point where it's just it seems like maybe every third week, maybe every 2 weeks, maybe even every 4 weeks, you are just struggling to even lose a pound. But in the meantime, we're not seeing what our body's doing on the inside. We don't see all the healing that's happening. There's when people get to this season, the stage, they're like, well, I'm not going to lose, so I might as well just eat what I want anyway. And so they then either jump off again and have the exit ramp that we talk about, or they are just, living life, doing the things, but things are just still not moving. But the fun fact is that there are tricks and tools that we have that help you try something to see what it is that your personal body needs in order to lose the last 10 20 pounds. It's very frustrating. And then, like Monica said, like if you're going to the gym as well and you are working out, you may be losing a little bit slower because your body's using and building the things that you are trying to get off. Your
Muscle,
the
yeah.
muscle and versus the fat. It's trying to also do a lot of repairs, so many different things that we don't when we are at that like it's
Right.
you're tired, you're
Less
run
lap.
down.
Yeah.
Just those
Yeah.
things can drain yourself mentally. And I
Yes.
wanted to add in one more before you chime in. With the honeymoon phase, I just had a flashback of when you're in that honeymoon phase, you start to bring in arguments, right? You start to disagree with your spouse. That's why the honeymoon phase is over. Before, you guys never argued. But then that honeymoon phase is over, then arguments start to happen. And that's where you brought in the mental side of things. We start to argue with ourselves about past triggers, or the
We're not
FOMO,
honest with ourselves.
all of those things. We are not healing the mental side. We're so focused on the weight loss that we don't
Right.
heal the mental side. So that is a good blocker from your honeymoon phase into the last mile. You're taking that portion of the season that you're in and working on the mental and spiritual side of things, or what is this? It's not the spiritual. What's the other one?
The emotional side.
Emotional side. Yes.
Yeah. Right.
So
a lot of people forget that, and that's why diet companies love it when people forget that emotional side and that spiritual side. They're like, because you will be a return customer with the diet companies if you don't fix that side. There's a time for everything under the sun, and if you don't deal with the emotional side of weight loss and the reality that we have been addicted to food, you're not going to go to that second step. And then finally, the thing that we, bringing us back to the third reason, with the last 20 pounds, sometimes when you lose a lot of weight, so I lost 120 pounds. So when I hit about that 100-pound mark, I noticed a change in my chemical, in my energy. I wasn't feeling the same energy that I had felt before. Well, that's because when you lose a lot of weight, there's a lot of metabolic things that happen. One of the things that can happen is your thyroid can slow down and it can go in power save mode. Or you have healed inside and you're healing your hormones, and your hormones have to do some aligning. And you've got to figure out, that's why I just took my step into the Dutch test. I wanted to find out how my hormones are metabolizing. Because if your hormones aren't metabolizing correctly, it's going to make a shift in your body and you're going to struggle losing weight. For me, I'm estrogen dominant. I always have been estrogen dominant, but I'm particularly estrogen dominant now, and my estrogen is not metabolizing as it should. So what we have to do is we have to bring down my estrogen. I can do that with nutrition, and I can do that with hormones, right? So I am learning right now. I'm like a living guinea pig on what happens when you bring down estrogen and you raise testosterone. So there's a lot of hormone things. If you are all in, and if you have adapted to the lifestyle, as we coaches have taught, if you have learned the chemical properties of food and the healing properties of food, and you're all in and you're not tempted to go off plan, if you've done that, the stage that Darcy and I are in is actually kind of fun. Mm-hmm. Because I'm not worried about, losing 100 pounds. I'm almost to the finish line. And now I can find out more about my body. Now I have the addiction under control. I am in remission as a food addict. And I can begin to lean on my holistic physician a little bit more, right? So it's not, the third phase is not necessarily a bad problem, although it's frustrating. Who doesn't want to look lean and mean, when you're my age? That would be great. But also understanding my body and understanding the impact of hormones, we can now do some biohacking, as we like to call it. So those are the three steps that we think are some of the hardest parts of losing weight. And so we just want you to know we're here for you. You may have related to one of those steps. One of those steps were like popping out, oh yeah, it's 3 months. I quit every single time I hit 3 months or 30 to 50 pounds. I quit every time. You may be there, and that's okay. It's okay, but it's not okay to stay there. Not okay to stay there. And that's where the coaching is so, so valuable, because we're not going to let you quit. Yeah. We're there. We've got a whole group. We've got a group program that's just absolutely fabulous because, I love group. We're leaders of the group, but I think I get more out of those girls and the guys. There's two amazing guys in there. I get more out of them each time, than I think they get out of us. So when you are a part of our coaching program, you're automatically included in the group. That is completely free of charge. And so that's really fun. It's really fun. And this was a really fun technology test.
Yeah. A good session of tech test.
Yeah, completely technology testing session here. But if you got something from this, please leave a comment for us. Leave a comment on how the tech side looked to see if we're going to continue this. It'd be great. We're going to do probably one more test, but Tuesdays is our official podcast video day. Tuesdays at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Coach Darcy and I, Winston. And there's a reason. There's a reason why the bird is with me. Do you want to talk about the reason why the bird is with me every?
He just wants to be on camera too, and he has a lot to say.
You do.
And so he's yelling across the room with his input, and it's just kind of disruptive.
He's a little bit photo. What is that when they love to see themselves on?
Oh,
yeah. He has FOMO. Yes, he has FOMO.
Narcissist?
Are you a narcissist? Are you? Yes, you are.
He's a cute bird.
So it works out for all of us in general if he's in the picture, and because otherwise we can't hear ourselves. And I even tried to put him outside, my office. And the one time I did that, I saw this bird claw coming under the door and him like this going, woo! He will find me. He will find me.
Oh, that's hilarious.
We make a great team. Hey, we want to tell you also about Kathy. Kathy is a new coach on our team, and she is taking our therapeutic keto side of things. Of if you want to
Hardcore.
reverse hardcore, this is hardcore. We are
Hardcore.
nice, but she is determined to watch you reverse those diseases of
Yes.
human civilization. She is determined, and it works.
I'm excited.
Reversal of epilepsy,
Yes.
of that, all of those things. So yeah. Hey, Kathy, if you can see us.
Yes.
So, hey, thanks for letting us test our software on you today. And hopefully, we had kind of a messy time getting on today. So we are hoping that we've gotten all of those things worked out and that we'll be able to hear you like normal next Tuesday morning. So,
Hey, but would it be normal if we didn't have something
no,
wonky go on?
no,
I
no.
mean,
If
kind of
you
who we
ever
are.
if you ever see us have a normal podcast, just know, call someone because something's wrong.
Record it.
Record it so we can see it. I love it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we hope you all have a great day. Have a blessed day, and we will see you next Tuesday. Oh, we're gonna drop a link before we go. Let's see.
That
Huh?
I can't do that for you.
We just dropped our link into the chat section. I don't know where that went. I mean, it could
I think
go.
I see it. Look at
Do
that.
you really?
Yeah,
Do
I
you
did.
really?
And I can even
Okay.
click on it.
Okay. Okay. It went to YouTube and it went to Facebook. So that's really
Yeah.
cool. Again, another test that we did. So, all right. You guys are loved. Let us know if we can help you in any way. We're here to walk you through these hard seasons of weight loss. And we will see you next Tuesday at 11 a.m.